This is too funny. Hey guys, it's Sherri Somers. Happy Friday to you all. I'm excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. I didn't get a chance to tag anyone today because I'm actually at the board teaching again. This is like my passion, is to be able to show you guys. We're talking about, right, four simple steps that makes more money in your account. Four simple steps to make more money in your account. So go ahead, Aquanetta, I see you. Delashawn, I see you. I'm so excited teaching these steps, guys, because they're simple. We don't want to overcomplicate things. They're very, very simple. So I'm excited to be here. Shout out to you all that's enjoying the beautiful Friday. Go ahead and tell me where you are, where you're from, where are you joining me from, and where you are. And I'm excited to teach you these four simple steps. And how I came about with these steps, guys, is because for the past few weeks, actually this week, matter of fact, I have been interviewing people, helping them raise their bank, business, and brand and on their bank account. I've been doing that for a long time this week, and I've been interviewing people, seeing where they are in their business and where they would like to go. Now, what's interesting, these are people who may have credentials out this world, but there's something blocking, there's something stopping them from making money. So during my calls with them, and I'm happy to do that with you, go ahead and just click the link and we just go ahead and dive in with a clarity call. It's already in the link, so you can go ahead and click it. I still have 2 spots left. But in my clarity call, right, I'm listening to these amazing, great credentials, more than me actually, doctors and teachers and great people and authors and coaches and life coaches, and they're doing amazing, great people. But the challenge is there is not revenue showing up. So they have the skills, they have the business, they have the back office, some of them, but they're not making any revenue. So I wanted to jump on in here to make sure that I show you 4 simple steps of what you need to do. It's not the system, it's not the brand, it's not the website, it's not the logo, right? It's deeper than that. It's not none of that stuff. We're blocking these individuals from cash flowing. And I'm going to go through these steps very simple. So let's do this. Go ahead and share the live. Go ahead and comment, first of all, to make sure that my mic is working properly. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat. So I'm looking over here because my trajectory is over there. So go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat to make sure you can hear me fine and can hear me clearly so I can get into it. Who is that? Tamika, I see you. I see you. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and give me a 1 in chat to make sure you can hear me clearly and that there's no issues with the microphone. Also, go ahead and tell me what you do in the chat so we can know what your business is, what your business specializes in. Go ahead and let me know what you do. So everyone who's in here listening on the sound of my voice, they may need your help too. So you always want to be able to put your link, your information in chat about what you do, because in case someone is looking for you, they know where to go. Now, so listen to me. Please tell me, be so kind to tell me, what are the things that you think is hindering you from your growth? What are things right now in your business that you think is hindering you from moving forward in your business? What are the blockage? What are the stuck? What are some things that if we had a magic wand that right now that we could give to you for your business to really scale? What are some things that you think that is blocking you from moving forward in your business right now? Go ahead and put it in chat. I want to be able to help you guys. This is me coaching you right now. Go ahead and put it in chat right now. I'm going to go ahead and read some of that when you put in chat. What are some things that you think that's hindering you? Because when I was on my coaching call, somebody saying that my website is not ready. Some of them were saying that my logo is not ready. Some of them are saying that, they don't have enough time in their hands. They don't have enough resources. Some of them saying that there's so many things that they came up with, like their logo, the website, their things are not ready. What are some things you thinking is what blocking you from moving forward? They're saying that they don't have a niche, they don't have an avatar, they don't know where, they don't know how to automate. What are some things that you think that people are struggling with right now to why their business is not cash flow? I'm going to say, to why is your business not making 5K? Why the business right now is not making 5K? Go ahead and help some people out. If you're just joining me, and who is that? Tamika, there's another Tamika. I love it. Wow. Yes. If you're just joining me, we're talking about simple steps to make money in your business. I also asked you, what are some things that are keeping people stuck that your opinion is why they're not making any money? So go ahead and put it in the chat. And we also asked you to tell us, what do you do? What is your business specialized in, right? So come on and let us know. Let me know, see who I have in here. All right, let's go. Let's go. I know my thing is a little delayed. All right. So, hey, Dante, how are you doing? So, Dante, shout out to my brand ambassadors. They're in the house. I will be in Vegas for Epicon. I'm excited about that. So, what are the reasons why your business may not be making money? What are some things that you think that is stopping people in their business? I'm still waiting on that. What do you think is stopping people from moving forward? While you guys are doing that, I will be in Orlando at the Black Business Expo speaking in Orlando tomorrow. So, shout out everyone who's in the Florida, Orlando area, because I will be speaking there tomorrow. Okay, so let me move on. Well, how many of you guys think it's your avatar? Where's the avatar? How many of you guys think it's the avatar? Why it's blocking people? Some of you guys say, Sherri, my avatar is not right. I cannot identify my avatar. I cannot identify, get clear on who my actual avatar is. And that has been hindering me from moving forward. For my new biz, your avatar is actually your target market, the people you target. So I've been hearing that a whole lot, that you're thinking it's your avatar. I'm also hearing that, well, I don't have enough time. Also, you thinking that my brand is off. I am in too many stuff. I mean, that could be an issue, right? People get confused. A confused mind don't buy, right? So I say I do this, and I tell them I do that. I just confuse my audience. Well, let me free you up and say none of that. What you said or thinking is the answer. It's not the avatar. It's not the website. It's not the logo. It's not you thinking that you don't have anything to get started. We're talking about generating revenue. None of that is what block us, right? So automation, I'm quick in saying if you're a solopreneur, especially if you're working 9 to 5, you need to have automation. That's why we're doing a Razor brand business account for you to help you with your automation. But the main reason that block people from scaling to our 2K, 5K, 10K, that is their belief system. And I know you guys probably see it up here this way. You guys probably seen it up here. It's your belief system. The first thing that stopped people from ever making even $1,000 in their business is their belief system. It's not belief system like they're afraid. It's more belief system that they don't believe in their self, right? Is having a business and they have all the system, they have all the tools, they have all the back office, they have all the credentials, they have everything to their name, but their belief system is what stops them from pushing forward and where they need to be. Now, why is that? Why the belief system? Well, here's the first thing. For you to make money in your business today, right? You first have to believe you are the one, you are the person, you are the go-to person in your business. Because if you, let me say this very, very clear. If you don't believe that you are the go-to person, if you don't believe that you're the person that people go to make money, right? Why are you having a business? If you don't believe that the result or you don't create transformation, why would you have a business? So your first thing people normally do wrong is first of all the mindset. Your mindset has to understand and align with you are the person they go to for the answer that they need because you're in an issue that they cannot get out of. And you have to create that responsibility. You have to create that responsibility that they're going to go to you for answers, right? But before they go to you for answers, before they go to you, you have to believe that you have the answer. You have to believe in yourself first. You have to own, like I said, you have to own what you do. You have to believe what you do. If you don't believe what you do, and if you don't own what you do, how can someone come to you, right? How can someone come to you? When you have these two things packed down like pancakes, you got it at the back of your hand. When you have these two things packed down, You don't have to go any further. When you believe what you do, no one, you don't have to prove it to anyone. You have to prove it to anyone. When someone asks you what you do, you said it with pride. You know, you confidence. You're clear, right? You are clear. You said it with confidence, and you have beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is what I do. That's why I say get honed in on your single area of mastery. So when someone asks you what you do, you know exactly what you do, and you can set it because you know that's what you do. When we're fumbling all over the place, and every time you go to a different network, you're changing the way you say it or when you do it, then the belief system kind of stops. Now, don't get me wrong. I 100% having a networking event give the ability to practice over and over. So it's building that confidence that I know exactly what I do. I am the go-to person. I am the webinar designer. Anyone want to have their webinar blow up, they need to come to me. Anyone want to write their books, they need to come to me. I am the go-to person to write the books. I am the go-to person. You have to believe that if that's what you do. You have to believe that that's what you do. You have to claim it. You have to own it first before trying to get a dime from anyone. Any product or anything you are selling, you have to believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are the person they go to and no one else. You're the single person they go to to master that skill. And if they need that skill done, you're the person that they go to. And if you stop here and don't believe that you know what you're doing, you don't believe or own it. If you don't own it, then you're gonna be shown in your face, in what you say, in what you do. So that's why it's imperative that 1, you study your craft day in and day out. 2, you speak it, affirm it, and say it every day when you wake up that this is what I do. I am an attraction coach. I am a traction coach. I teach people how to attract revenue to their business. Say it, own it, believe it. Before you even ask anyone for a dime out of their pocketbook or their bank account, you first have to believe what you're saying. You first have to understand what you're doing, right? It's not the system that's stopping the sale. The product is packaged well. It's not the brand. The brand is beautiful. It's the belief system that you are having issues believing that you are actually the person that can give them the sale or give them what they desire or create that transformation, because you're having some type of belief system issue. And when we dealing with belief system, the only way to overcome our belief system is to be able to walk as an example of what you do. The only way to overcome that belief system is to walk as an example of what you do. You can get the skills and you become master at the skills. But if you don't believe you can train someone to do that same skills, you're still lacking that belief. So before we go forward, and before we do anything, that first thing we have to believe without a shadow of doubt. How do you know that this is not an issue for you? How do you know that this is not an issue for you? One of the ways you know that this belief system is not an issue for you is when you don't have to prove it to anyone. I'll wait. Is when you do not have to prove it to anyone. So you don't have to keep telling someone something to believe that you are what you say you are, right? When your family member asks you, you don't have to keep trying to keep talking to get them convinced that you are. You're trying to tell them stuff to convince them. When you know what you do beyond a shadow of a doubt, when you're talking to a prospect and you don't close the sale, you look at it as if it's their problem, not yours, because you know what you produce. You know the result, what you produce. Especially for my life coaches and business coaches out there, for beyond a shadow of doubt, when that person come to you and they said, no, it's not a connection. Tamara Hamilton said to me, shout out to Tamara, shout out to you today. She says, you are married to the process, but you divorce the outcome. Hashtag that. Marry the process, but divorce the outcome. So when you believe in what you do, when you own what you do, when you walk as an example of what you do, you don't have to prove it to anyone, right? No one, because you marry the process and you divorce the outcome, right? So whether they say no to you for buying your product or whether they say yes to you, you don't have an attachment to that because you know what you do. You know the result that you know the transformation that you produce. All right. How are we doing, guys? Are you guys getting this? Alana, I see you. Kirk, I see you. Yes, thank you for joining. Go ahead and give me a high five if you understand what I'm trying to say. Go ahead and share this, right? If you want to ever check your belief system in your business, in your product, in anything that you produce, is when someone say to you, that's not what you do. What is that? What is that? A hobby? You don't have to convince them. You don't have to have that back talk, that backlash, because bye, Felicia, right? When you get to that point that you don't have to prove it to anyone unless they're paying, right? Then you have overcome that thing that people think you say of, oh, it's just a hobby or whatever. When you get to the point where you know what you produce, and you know the results, and you know you're exquisite in your service, and you know what you know highly that this is the service that you produce and nobody else gonna do it better than you, right? You walk with confidence, you walk with belief. But for you to get there, you have to make the world your practice zone. You have to make the world your practice zone. So every time you meet a new face, keyword, new face, every time you meet someone, because your goal is always to get in front of new clients. So when you get in front of that new clients, you can tell them with confidence what you do. Now, in the beginning, it's going to feel uncomfortable, but I guarantee you, the more you say, the more you do it, the more you say, the more you do it. First of all, you're putting out the atmosphere, so the attraction is coming back to you. And Aquanetta, thank you for the high five. I saw it. So let me explain something to you. Your belief system is what's stopping your sale. I'm going to pause for the cause. Your belief system is what's stopping your sale. Not your brand, not your website, not your logo, your belief system. Because when people say you're not what they think you are, you're believing them. So how do you overcome that? How do we overcome that? Well, the only way to overcome that is to show up every time. How do you, okay, some of you, my Floridians, or some of you guys who drive cars, I know everyone on here don't drive cars. I know some of my New Yorkers that they don't drive. So some of them don't drive. So when you're a child or when you're a teenager and you get ready to drive a car, you have a fear. You have a fear of going on the road. You have a fear. How do you get over any fear? Think about it. It's not rocket science. How do you get over any fear that you have? You get over your fear by doing what the fear is. If your fear is getting out of public speaking, then guess what you do? You get out and you public speak, right? Now, I'm not telling you go to 5,000 audience. You get out in 5 audience, 3 audience, 10 audience, and you build your way that way. The only way to overcome and become to the point where you're convinced that I am what I say I am is to make the world your practice zone. So in anything, if you're going to drive a car and you fear driving a car, what do? You get in some little parking lot where there's nobody else and you start driving your car till you get comfortable and then you get on the road. It's the same way in anything that you want to do. But you have to do it. So you make the word your practice zone and then you start practicing. Now, the other thing is, the most important thing is when you are doing it and you get to the point where you feel blocked, when you get to the point where you feel you don't understand why you're doing it. You're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It doesn't work. Let me just go home. This doesn't work. I paid all this money. This doesn't work. When you get to that point, it's because you forgot why you're doing it. When you forget your why, you stop serving. When you forget your why, you stop serving. Understand what I'm trying to say. When you get to the point where the sales are not coming in, when you get to the point where you're tired and you're drained and you can't do it anymore, that is because you're stopped serving. And when you stop serving because you forgot the why. Because if you remember the why, you would not stop serving. If you remember the why that got you there in the first place, whether it's to create economy, whether it's to create an influencer, if you remember the why of why you're doing it, you would not have stopped serving. When you get in front of that person, I say it all the time, especially in my Unlimited Success Academy. Get in there if you're not in there. In my Unlimited Success Academy, I say to the ladies the other night, I said, you're not here to serve the person in front of you, so don't sell to that person in front of you. You never know. That person you're talking to is just to tell them what you do. Offer to help, not to get a sale, to help. From that help, that person will tell somebody else. I have people, clients that I've talked to, who has never met me in person. Never. Someone else met me and heard me, and they referred that person to me. So when you're on this thing about getting sale, getting money, it's not about the sale. It's about serving. And when you forget how to serve, that's because you forgot the why you're doing it, why you're serving. So the first thing to do is to get to understand that your belief is what's stopping you and blocking you from getting your sales. Your belief. You're feeling like you don't believe in what you do. And you should, because you're good at it. You know you're good at it. But you have to show up. Be a walking example of what you do. Do you show up? Do you show up like the people you want to serve? Do you show up like the people you want to serve? The next thing is, you need to produce at the level of what you want people to charge. So here's what I'm saying. You should, if you're produced like the price you are charging. So if you have a price that's going to sustain your lifestyle or sustain your home, produce at what your staff are charging. In other words, if I'm producing at 11, I will contact my clients and say, hey, this came to my mind. You should try this. So we don't turn off. My clients that works with me, they don't turn off when that coaching is done. There are things that happen. There are things that manifest in my mind about my clients that I would send it over to them, right? Because it's not just about me, it's about the clients. It's always about the client. Always about the client. Always trying to help influencers to create a stability. I would send them emails in the middle of the night saying, hey, you should do this. Have you thought about this? Is what just came to me. That's not even my business, but that's my client. So if everything goes off when the money's in the hand, that's not how you produce. You serve, and you remember why you serve. You remember the reason behind why you're serving. If this is good, go ahead and give me a high five. Go ahead and tag somebody to hear this. This is what I'm saying. When you stop serving because you forgot your why, you don't believe anymore. You don't believe anymore. And you're struggling. And when you know you're not in this, when you know you're not in that atmosphere, is when you don't have to prove what you do to anyone, right? They can talk, and it doesn't shake you. You're still. It doesn't shake you, right? When you have a conversation with someone who you know you're going to close the sale with and you don't, it doesn't shake you, because you are married to the process, but you divorce the outcome. Because right after that person is 5, 6, 7 person that's waiting to work with you, and you're working in abundance. You're not working in lack, right? So the no is no to themselves. It's their loss, not yours, because you're still going on. Your why doesn't change because someone say no to your sale. I want you to understand that your why doesn't change because someone said no to your sale. So your whole goal is every day you wake up, you should remember why you're doing it, why you're doing it in the first place. Because the minute you start forgetting your why and you think it's all about money and sales, then guess what? Then you're messing up the outcome. You won't last. Your reason why you're serving, why I'm serving, is help people, help influencers, help boss mom to be able to create their own schedule. Right? That's why I serve. That's why I'm here every day showing up. It's to help people, help influencers create their schedule so they can have more time at home. So your why, believe what you do, own what you do, and be a walking example of what you do every day. And when that mind and that thing that come up on you and say that you are not, you remember your why to keep you going. When that family member, when them friends that said that I don't know what you're doing, you remember your why to keep it going. And then get back to serving. Get back to serving. Believe ahead of time that you can make money. Believe ahead of time that you can make money. And if you get in that belief system that you can make money and start showing up as the way you believe, I guarantee you guys, it's not the logo, it's not a website, it's not the YouTube video, it's not the Facebook, it's your belief system. It's your belief system. It's you. And if you don't believe in you, why would we be taking money from somebody that don't believe in themselves? That's not fair to anyone. So when you believe in you and you have the confidence to produce what you believe, all this, you have an attraction, and people, things and happen all attracted to you because you step out with confidence. You step out with confidence and clarity and certainty that you will deliver exactly what you promise, what you feel, what you know. And let me tell you all what happened in this circle. I'm going to end this, right? I'm going to end in this minute. When you start stepping out with clarity and confidence and certainty, right? Everything around you, every energy around you start coming forward to produce the result that you need to produce. But you first have to do one thing. You have to show up and believe and remember your why. Show up, believe, and remember your why. Go ahead and share this because this is really, really good. Show up and believe and remember your why. You have to have a belief system. All right, I'm going to end this here. But at any time, if anyone is trying to tell you this is not what you do, you're not what you do, you remember your why to keep you aligned. This is why I tell you people all the time, you need to get someone to coach, because if you're answering your questions and you're speaking to yourself and answering your questions at the same time, that's not a good look, right? That's why you have accountability partners for, right? Believe in yourself. Literally, you first have to, it's not the sale. It's not the website. Do you believe in actually what you do? Without a shadow of doubt, clarity, confidence, and certainty that this is what you do, and nobody can tell you different. You have any questions for me, guys? Oh, hey, Corliss, how you doing? Y'all just snuck up on me. Hey, Ahmed, how you doing, gorgeous? Who else I have in here? Hey, Rich Love, thank you for joining me. We're talking about your belief system, and do you believe in what you do? How can you produce that? It's not the website, it's not the automation, it's not the brand. Can you produce on a higher level? Thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and let me know now. Go ahead and share this broadcast because it's your belief system, guys. And I think the belief system is hindering so much of us in moving forward in our business. And see most of you guys in Orlando tomorrow at the Black Business Expo. Come by and say hi. Say, hey, Sherri. I'll be saying hi, and I'll be giving away vacation packages to Cancun in Orlando too. All right, guys, thank you. Remember, your belief system. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. Thank you.